Warning, this series contains spoilers. Duh. Hello and welcome back to Pulp Factions Catching Up.
Hello.
Today, John and I are starting Outlaw Star.
Yes, we just finished the first episode.
Yeah, so I'm not new to this series.
Yes, I am new. I've not seen this episode. I've not seen this series.
Let's go with your reactions first.
I enjoyed it. It's very, it's like very... It's very anime.
Oh, it is.
I like it. It has all the cliches and it's really good.
But it's also like it's very sci-fi western space cowboy.
The cinematography is really well done.
Oh yeah, I love the visuals.
It looks really good.
We're watching the new Blu-rays that just came out fairly recently, and oh wow, I've never seen this show look this good.
It looks really good. And it's very crisp and clean.
Very pretty.
It's awesome.
Okay, it's a bit of a thrill ride, that first episode. It's a lot of information to process.
They give you.
We start off
everything like right away.
We start off with this chick's in space flying her spaceship, and it gets attacked, and by pirates. Yeah. And they think they've got her, and they do all this cool stuff. That one of the coolest things about this show is the spaceships. Yeah. Because they have this whole thing with like grapple arms is like a big part of the way the ship battles work. They don't just fly around shooting at each other. They like arm wrestle in space. It's really goofy, but it's awesome. You'll see as it keeps going. But we open with that, and we see her fly off. Yeah. And then we cut to a bar. Yeah. And this dude comes in and is like, I'm looking for a guy named
We're introduced
Gene.
to the main characters.
Yeah, and then we meet Gene Starwind and Jim Hawking, his child partner, sidekick, super bro, best friend.
Their
very
good friends.
Great.
It's like how you usually see that kind of stuff in those older animes.
And it's also a very anime romance. It's
really,
like they are
two really good friends.
They're
going
anime
on
protagonists.
And they're going on.
They're Kamina and Simon. They're insert any other pair.
Yeah. Friends going on an adventure.
One is a little older and a little cooler and a perv. The other is a kid who calls him out on it. It's great.
Yeah, the classics.
But anyway, so far it's been kind of sci-fi, but it's just in a spaceship kind of way. Yeah. But otherwise, feels a lot like a western in that first episode. Yeah. And this guy's like, I'm looking for a guy named Gene. And it's like, oh, okay. And then the dude goes to try and get back at Gene for something, and it reveals he's a big wanted killer, and Gene's just like, fine. He Han Solos him. Shoots first. Bop, bop, bop. And then suddenly the guy starts laughing.
Yeah, he's like, I'm a cyborg. But it's like,
oh no, look out, he's a cyborg.
Like, there's science fiction, there's fantasy.
It's really sci-fi.
There's like magic. It's like all this stuff you didn't.
And then meanwhile we got together. And then it just keeps getting weirder.
It's like your favorite. It's like pirates, like wizards,
pirates. Yeah, Tau magic, evil Tau magic using pirate wizards fighting cowboy smuggler. Sci-fi pirates. Oh, it's so fun. And then we get so we meet them. We learn what they do. Yes. And meanwhile, there's this whole other thing that there's these pirates landing looking for, obviously,
the person Hilda, they shot down.
The chick they shot down earlier. And then this woman witnesses Gene's actions and is like, You
could use it to her advantage.
Yeah. And surprising no one, this woman who hires our heroes to be her bodyguard and pick up some equipment for her that's rare but really expensive. Yeah. That she has no problem paying for. Turns out to reveal to be being chased after by the pirates because she's actually
the magic pirates.
Hilda.
The magic pirates. They can do magic things.
But she tries to double cross. They start doing magic and it's weird. And then Gene pulls out this gun and goes, "Give me a number 3." They're like, we only have like one of those.
You see his array of arsenal that he uses when he's fighting with his.
Gene Starwind wields weapons on par with Hellboy.
That's good.
Right down to he has a literal magic gun.
Yeah.
And we get the first view of the caster gun, which, one of the best things about this show.
It shoots pretty powerful.
Is the caster gun.
Reminds me of the gun in Men in Black, Little Thumper.
The noisy cricket.
Yeah, the noisy cricket.
Wait till you see, John. I don't want to spoil too much.
No.
But it's important that they says, give me a number 3.
Yeah.
It can do other things.
I figured when there's like a bunch of different numbers.
And then, so we're ending, and we get the like classic Wild West theme of the guy getting shot only to be defended by a book. But instead of a book, it's PDA.
Yeah.
Which is pretty great. And we
classic Western.
And then they're like, there's this box, and Hilda's like, I don't want to open it. And Jean goes, you better open it, lady.
We want to see what's inside of it.
What's in the box?
And then they're like,
there's a girl in the box. What?
Very cliche.
Yeah, it's very, very...
But, I mean, they probably, like, one of the ones that kind of,
I kind of feel like, it might have been one of the ones that sets the trope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing I like talking about whenever I talk about Outlaw Star for the first time to someone is how blatant it is that there are elements from this series and also Cowboy Bebop present in Firefly. I mean, shot for shot, we got the girl in a box.
Yeah.
And that was our to be continued.
I haven't seen Firefly, so we might have to do...
We might have to do that, too?
Yeah.
Oh, man, we gotta do that. You haven't seen Firefly?
I have not
That is exactly the premise of this show, is what do you mean you've never watched Firefly?
Yeah.
So I guess we got another teaser for future episodes.
Firefly coming soon.
Yeah, after we finish Outlaw Star. Speaking of finishing Outlaw Star, shall we keep going?
Yes, we will.
Oh, man.
Onward!
Jim, give me a number 3.
All right, episode 2.
Welcome back. We're back a second time.
So,
that was,
okay, that escalated quickly.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, the paces of the plot is a lot...
One of the things that is really fun about this show is how rapid fire it is most of the time. But it is very quick paced at the start.
Episodes feel really full, whereas like most sometimes you watch a show, like especially the anime shows, like they don't feel full sometimes. They
feel like they're stretching out to cover time.
Yeah, but in this it feels really
something
full,
Dragon Ball
fleshed out. It has really fully fleshed out.
Or like Naruto does that a lot too, where it's just like, this is totally not a filler moment. Yeah, there's definitely not a lot of that going on here, right? I mean, we went from them being assaulted on...
Yeah, they're on a new planet being
assaulted on one planet by magic pirates to flying away to flying to Blue Heaven, which is like kind of like nowhere.
Yeah. Just
right, it's an outlaw spaceport. Meeting some aliens, getting in a bar fight.
Yeah, and then having them
getting attacked in a hotel
by the same people.
It's been pretty great.
But it's like I wonder why they have such a grudge against her for punching them or whatever. It's like they started
they would totally like do a full siege on a hotel.
Yeah, it's like it's so ridiculous for what they just because they're upset and they lost the fight.
So backtracking. We get to the like nowhere like place, and they establish very quickly no guns.
Yeah,
which makes sense.
Obvious reasons.
Yeah, firing a gun on a space station is not a good idea. Something I've always thought was kind of weird about Star Wars. The amount of damage that
those
plasma bolts do to people and other things outside of outer space.
Yeah.
I've always thought it was weird that they'll just fire willy-nilly on the Death Star or wherever.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but anyway, so we get Hilda and Jean going to a bar and Jean being like, tell me what is really going on here. What are we doing?
Just discussing what's happening.
And then some other dudes are like creeping... And they're like, hey, Hilda, we'll be on your team. And she's like, no, I want people who don't suck.
Yeah.
And the guys are like, what? We don't suck. We're going to fight you now.
And they get upset about that and destroy a whole hotel.
Hilda beats the crap out of them.
Yeah.
with a taser fist. Woo, that was awesome.
Yeah.
And
Very
then we
scary,
go.
by the way. That would be. That
Meanwhile, Melfina and Jim are shopping for Melfina, and whatever that happened. That their story doesn't get Melfina doesn't get interesting for a few more episodes.
You can see that she's trying to be very pleasing, and she's not happy.
She's kind of naive.
No, she doesn't seem like she's naive. She seems like she's just like.
She's like
trying to appease
with you.
Yeah.
She's just kind of along for the ride right now. Her character is going to evolve into someone more important.
I know.
But then, we get the episode ending on those three dudes that Hilda beats up. Sneaking into the hotel, taking out the concierge, and shutting off the lights.
My question is...
And then when they fail, the dude breaks in with like... in a mecha suit, or sends in a robot with with like a big old acetylene torch, or what were you calling it? A beam sword?
A beam sword.
It looks kind of like the beam swords from.
Yeah.
It's like
from Gundam,
but still, it's just like.
It's like a beam sword. I mean, it could be a.
And the episode
sword.
ends on a great cliffhanger of, and I can't use my gun.
Yeah.
He's not. Right.
But all I know is, why does a hotel not have guards there in an outlawed station? Like,
well why?
It makes sense.
Yeah, is this something that happens regularly?
Yeah, if it happens regularly, then why wouldn't you have a guard? And it doesn't seem like that rare of an occasion for that to happen.
Right. Because this doesn't seem like it's that special an event.
Yeah.
Like.
Because Hilda makes it like, oh, there are outlaws like this. Like, she makes it sense like this is something that happens.
Yeah, there's.
And then this just goes up and happens, and there's no guards to protect them.
Stars, there's bright ones and dim ones. That was the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But that was just one little funny thing that I wanted to point out for.
Backtracking a little further, during them flying into space, we get a little more of Jean's backstory.
Yeah.
And it's kind of obvious, like it's expected.
Classic orphan.
It's the
father died and her parents died.
You've got to go, son, because I want you to live. Eject button, Dad. Like it's so cliche. But if there's one thing I love about this show, it's the fact that it uses bad tropes and cliches and rolls with it.
The thing though is that
so well.
In that day and age, it could be less. It's less tropey and cliches.
I don't know what. 12 years ago? Or
I don't know. I can
20 years ago?
I can see that being less like
this show's tropey. 19 years old now. I
know, but it's like it's less tropey because it wasn't as much.
I don't know.
It was more.
I mean, it's Superman, and it's something that's happened in almost every sfi movie that has an airlock.
I guess you have a point.
Right. And I mean, it's kind of the Batman thing. I'm letting myself get killed to save you, son.
Yeah, but I mean, I see your point, but I still like to think that
it's like
it's less so.
The whatever, the trope isn't the problem.
Yeah,
because it works really well.
I mean, it's not bad as long as if you have no use of it, then it's good. I mean,
cliches exist for a reason.
Yeah, they're easy to understand, and you get adjusted to them. And you're like, okay, I'm ready to go. Let's go watch some more Outlaw Star.
Yeah, it's like we don't need to really know their backstory that well. The only other thing that I think was really of note is when they kind of just very quickly exposition at us. Mm-hmm. There's 3 powers in space. There's the space forces, which are I guess cops, the government or cops, the pirates. And the outlaws. And there's a difference between pirates and outlaws.
Which, technically,
and then there's
terminology, outlaws and pirates are pretty similar.
And then there's different guilds of pirates, we know that. But, it's just like, okay, whatever, this will be fun.
Round 3.
This show is Rule of Awesome, so let's just keep rolling.
Don't stop.